Welcome to the Law Office of Brian Fagan podcast, where we empower Texas families through knowledge and compassion. Okay, today we are diving into this explainer by tackling a topic that is quite frankly incredibly sensitive, but absolutely crucial if you're navigating a Texas divorce. We're talking about adultery. Look, infidelity is devastating. It hurts. But the second you step into a courtroom, the focus totally shifts from that emotional heartbreak to the cold, hard legal and financial realities. It's really common to feel completely lost and wonder, hey, is the law actually going to recognize the betrayal I've gone through? Well, that is exactly what we're going to uncover today.
Our whole goal with this explainer is to give you a protective shield of information. Think of legal knowledge as your umbrella in a massive storm. When you're dealing with the fallout on an affair, the sheer amount of legal misinformation out there on the internet is, honestly, overwhelming. So we're here to cut through the noise and guide you with absolute clarity, so you know exactly how to protect yourself and your family. When emotions are running this high, you really need a grounded, factual foundation. And that's what we do here. We empower you with the facts so you can make the best possible decisions for your future.
So let's start right off the bat with a pivotal question. What do adultery laws in Texas actually say? And can an affair literally rewrite the outcome of your divorce? I know this is a deeply personal issue, but for this explainer, we're going to look strictly at the facts and the law. We want to help you figure out exactly where you stand. There are a ton of rumors out there about what a judge will or won't care about, right? Well, we are going to clear all of that up right now. To do that, we've got a really clear roadmap today. First, Texas adultery laws explained. Second, is adultery a crime? Third, how to actually prove adultery. Fourth, property division and finances. Fifth, adultery and child custody. And finally, number 6, why legal guidance matters. We're going to methodically unpack all these practical, legal, and financial implications.
All right, Section 1, Texas adultery laws explained. Let's answer our first core question right away. Yes, Texas law absolutely recognizes adultery as a potential fault ground for divorce. You might have heard that Texas is a no-fault state, and yeah, it is. It allows for no-fault divorces based on insupportability, but it also explicitly allows you to file on fault grounds. In citing adultery as a fault ground, it's not just about pointing fingers. It can actually become a massive strategic factor in your case that impacts everything from your timeline to your final negotiations.
Now, the exact legal definition here is critical. Under Texas Family Code 6003, adultery is strictly defined as the voluntary sexual intercourse of a married person with someone other than their spouse. Notice the phrasing there. This means emotional affairs, inappropriate late-night texts, or online relationships, which, let's be real, absolutely destroy trust in a marriage. They generally do not carry the exact same legal weight as physical intercourse when you're strictly trying to prove the fault ground of adultery. It's a very specific physical threshold. People are almost always surprised by this. You could literally have thousands of intimate text messages, but to check that specific legal box for the fault ground, the court is looking for proof of physical intercourse. Understanding that distinction early on is going to save you a lot of frustration in court.
Moving right along to Section 2. Is adultery a crime? The short answer here is no. Adultery itself is not a Texas criminal offense.
I want to be crystal clear about this. Nobody is going to jail just for cheating on their spouse. The crucial point here is separating the myth from the reality. On the criminal side, there are no handcuffs. You aren't getting an arrest record for an affair. But when we flip over to the family court side, the financial consequences are very real. Proving infidelity can significantly alter the landscape of your divorce settlement, especially when it comes to how the judge divides up your assets. This is where people get tripped up. Just because the Cox aren't involved doesn't mean the courts don't care. In family court, a judge has wide latitude to examine both spouses' behavior. When a false ground like adultery is proven, the scales of justice can tip, sometimes really heavily, in that final financial settlement. Which brings us to Section 3, how to prove adultery. Look, courts aren't just going to take someone's word for it. You have to prove it. And courts may consider both direct and circumstantial evidence. So how do you actually build that proof? Well, you need clear and convincing evidence. Suspicions, rumors, or even your own absolute certainty, they just aren't enough for a judge. But a trail of hard data, things like hotel receipts, credit card statements, texts, and social media posts, that builds a highly persuasive record. Circumstantial evidence is incredibly common and super effective here. But, and this is a huge but, it must be lawfully collected. This is exactly why doing this without a legal pro can completely wreck your case. For instance, you can't just hack into your spouse's private accounts or slap an illegal GPS tracker on their car. If you gather evidence illegally, it gets thrown out and you might even land yourself in legal trouble.
Actually, it's a really delicate process of gathering bank transactions and witness testimony the right way to paint an undeniable picture for the judge.
If you're researching adultery laws in Texas and want to understand how infidelity could affect your divorce, property, or financial rights, visit brianfagan.com or schedule a confidential consultation with our family law team.
Okay, let's dive into Section 4, Property Division and Finances. Can an affair actually affect who gets what in the end? Potentially, yes. An affair can absolutely impact property division.
This is because Texas courts strive for a just and right division of the community estate. And a lot of people are shocked to learn that doesn't automatically mean a 50-50 split. Spouses in Texas actually owe a fiduciary duty to one another regarding their shared property. If one spouse wrongfully depletes the marital estate to fund an affair, the court can address what's called a waste claim, also known as constructive fraud on the community. Think of your community estate as a giant shared pot of money. You both have a duty to protect it. When one person dips into that pot to secretly fund a side relationship, they are breaching that duty. And the court takes that breach incredibly seriously, because at its core, it's a financial betrayal stacked right on top of the emotional one.
So what does this look like in the real world? Well, some common examples of wasted marital assets include paying for hotel rooms, buying lavish gifts or jewelry for an affair partner, or secretly funding vacations using joint bank accounts. If marital funds were diverted for these kinds of expenses without your knowledge or consent, the court has the power to award a disproportionate share of the remaining assets to the innocent spouse. It's essentially the court's way of paying you back for that constructive fraud. Let's say your spouse spent 10 grand of community money on trips and dinners for their affair partner. The judge can look at that and say, okay, to make this a just and right division, we're going to award the innocent spouse a larger percentage of the remaining bank accounts or maybe more equity in the house. It's a direct financial recalculation to make things right.
Next up, Section 5, Adultery and Child Custody. If you're a parent, this is probably your absolute biggest concern. The quick answer is that an affair, by itself, does not automatically determine child custody.
In Texas, every single decision about custody comes down to one golden rule: the best interest of the child standard. Judges are laser-focused on the parenting environment, so adultery only really matters here if it actively threatens the child's safety, stability, or well-being. For example, if a cheating spouse exposes the kids to inappropriate situations, introduces a new partner way too early, or clearly prioritizes the affair over the basic needs of the child, that is when custody arrangements get directly impacted. The court isn't there to punish moral failings, it's there to protect the kids. If the infidelity happened totally away from the children and didn't impact the parenting dynamic, it might not move the needle much. But if it created a chaotic or unsafe environment, the judge will absolutely factor that behavior into the final custody orders.
And this leads us perfectly into our final section, Section 6, Why Legal Guidance Matters. As we've seen throughout this explainer, the legal impact of adultery depends heavily on the hard evidence and how the conduct actually affected the marriage and the marital estate.
Navigating all of this requires absolute precision. An experienced Texas divorce attorney will walk you through these exact steps to build your case. 1. They evaluate the evidence to ensure it's legally sound. 2. They trace those questionable expenditures to uncover any waste. 3. They move aggressively to protect your community property. 4. They conduct formal financial discovery to find hidden assets. And 5. They develop a comprehensive litigation strategy. Basically, they take the emotional trauma of infidelity and turn it into an actionable, legally sound strategy to protect your future. You really don't want to try piecing this giant puzzle together on your own while dealing with the emotional fallout. You need an objective pro who knows exactly how the local courts operate, what judges look for, and how to position your case for the best possible outcome.
I really hope this structured look at the law has given you some much-needed clarity today. If you found this explainer helpful, please subscribe, share it with someone who might need it, or learn more by visiting brianfagan.com. You can also reach the firm directly by calling 281-810-9760. Before we go, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. Will the hidden costs of an affair end up rewriting your financial future? Infidelity isn't just a breach of emotional trust. In Texas, it can be a massive breach of financial duty. So, don't leave your future to chance or assumptions.
Thank you for listening to the Law Office of Brian Fagan podcast, where families find freedom and peace of mind through education and expert legal care. For more information or to schedule your free consultation, visit our website or call 281-810-9760 today.